Hey, Gemini, Mel, Intuitive Coach here. Excited to bring in your February 2025 bonus reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. Gemini, soul reminders for the coming months, coming weeks, as we navigate through some of 2025's highs and lows. Now, your first card out here is Hello from Heaven. You may have a loved one in spirit that you're connecting with more than normal in the coming weeks. Perhaps January, February, or March are significant months. Perhaps a celebration of life, a birthday, an anniversary. Or you may be going through some big changes and you're calling in that energy for support. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know that you've been thinking of them. They're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove that they are with you at this time. I'm getting J, possibly Jean or Jan, could be someone's name. There's a strong emphasis on a J showing up here. I'm also getting messages through movies or a show. There may be a memory that pops up, and it could be as simple as seeing a shirt or a sweater that someone is wearing in a movie or a show, and that's the same sweater that perhaps a loved one used to wear. Or there's a memory that pops up. Someone may have even played violin. I'm getting the violin here. Music could be significant. You may be receiving signs through music, coins, numbers. Let's see what messages are tied to this. What are your loved ones in spirit want you to know at this time? That there's new beginnings. A loved one in spirit is saying there's an end of a delay. So if you have been waiting on something, you also have card 14, which is the Temperance. Sometimes this can be about patience and self-control. You have the Wheel of Fortune coming in, and it says new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. That's what your loved ones want you to know. Some of you, this is your ancestors. Perhaps people that you don't quite recall or remember, but you're tapping into because it's part of your tribe, part of your lineage, your bloodline in a sense, your spiritual guides as well. There is a change coming in here, and I feel like this is destined. Whatever renewals are showing up here, the message is don't fear the change. This is a turning point for you. You may have gone through a karmic situation. I'm also getting sibling rivalry or family rivalry based on someone's parting. So perhaps there was a death in the family and there were some conflicting interests around this. I feel like there's a change here in that direction. This could be tied to inheritance. It may be tied to estate or home. Whatever this is here, I feel like it is shifting. There's a change coming in. Now, for others of you, if you have been in a stuck situation in your own personal or professional life or even health-wise, your loved ones in the spirit world hear your prayers. You're not alone. They are with you through some of the challenges that you may be facing or coming up against. Perhaps it's a surgery. For others of you, there's a job change. You could be moving. You could even be empty nesting. I'm hearing someone could be leaving the home or leaving a place that feels like home. Because you have the Temperance card, so two major arcanas. This feels like it's been going on for quite some time for you. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. Yes, there is forgiveness that is coming in here. I'm also getting an interesting message around regret or blame, potentially regret or blame. they want you to release some sort of regret or how a situation had unfolded, whether it was with a person who has crossed over. Perhaps it's how they had spent their days, or it could have been an argument or a conflict that had occurred. And if there's any sort of regret or shame, they want you to release that. You've been sitting in that for a while, and I feel like it's time to move on is what they're saying. Release that. You don't need to carry that. You never did. Now, you also have the page of Ariel. This is the page of Pentacles. There's going to be a message here for you that shows up in the material world. An excellent opportunity is going to be offered to you. Yeah, this is great. For some of you, this does have to do with a job. It has to do with your fortune, your finances, or your health. It's something in the material world, something that you've been feeling a bit delayed on, Gemini. And it could be a scholarship or the pursuit of education. It is definitely a new path. And I feel like the biggest message is stay true and loyal to what you love. Stay true and loyal to your divine calling, to your divine path. And it's time to get to work here. Now, the Page of Pentacles is very motivated. They work hard for their achievements. They love learning new skills and training. The Page of Pentacles is practical and detail-oriented. I feel like you are curious about a new path or a new direction. And that's why the wheel is spinning here saying it's time. And you have your biggest cheerleaders in the spirit world, guiding you forward. All right. Next message we have is listen. You have to be willing to listen if you really want to understand, whether this be listening to someone in your family or listening to your own intuition. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what is being said, but to what lies beneath the words. So I feel like for some of you, this does have to do with a very important conversation that may be coming up in the coming weeks, potentially around family. Could be around work as well, but listening to the words that are showing up. But I feel for a lot of you, this has to do with listening to your intuition. Let's clarify. I am getting High Priestess, and I feel like now is the time for discernment, for intuitive decisiveness. Yeah, King of Cups. He is the king of intuition. He's the king of hearts. This is about warm, generous, honorable, and refined energy. It says here, yes, it is safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions because you may be receiving a lot of important information at this time. I'm also getting, for those of you that perhaps have felt the struggle of being heard yourself, I feel like your time is coming in. You will be heard, but perhaps there's a rebalancing taking place where Spirit is saying it is time to listen. Maybe to a King of Cups in your life. This could be someone that you care about deeply. Perhaps this King of Cups could be a divine masculine that is offering you words of wisdom. That could be the person in the spirit world as well. For some of you, it could be a divine father. Now, the King of Cups is someone who is very loving, very supportive, emotionally intelligent, very intuitive. They are helpful people, healers, right? Healers, therapists, doctors, light workers. Now, this could be you listening to your own intuition because you are being guided to heal and trust in your intuitive hunches. And for others of you, you have really wonderful advice coming in that can change the course of your direction if you heed the advice. If you listen to this knowledge, you have the ability to turn it into wisdom. All right. We have the 10 of Wands. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. I feel like it's this King of Cups here. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. For those of you that tend to get caught up in that people pleasing mentality, I say we have the fight, we have the flight, and we have the fawn. The fight part of us puts up the walls. We put up the barriers, we get defensive. It's a defense mechanism that we have learned for protection very early on. Right? It can also be the flight. We tend to become avoidant. We tend to disconnect, sometimes from our own intuition, sometimes from our body. We disassociate, or we can get caught up in that fawn. We tend to people please. We say yes when we really mean no. We overextend, overgive ourselves, our energy, and it leaves us feeling depleted. It drains our cup. And I feel like you are asked to focus on self-love. This King of Cups could definitely be a part of yourself, taking action to take care of you. Listen to your own body. Some of you, your body has been trying to get your attention. Your body has been trying to tell you something, whether it is telling you to slow down. Perhaps your body has been extra tired, maybe wanting more water. Perhaps you've had that ache in your knee. Maybe there's a new choice to make. For some of you, the right side of your body, the masculine side, has been trying to get your attention. So do pay attention to what your body is trying to alert you of. And if you're questioning, what does this mean? A really great reference is Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. That has a metaphysical reason for every physical symptom and affirmations to go along with it. All right, soul reminder number 3, you have let go. You're carrying a lot. I see that with the 10 of Wands. Some of you, this is tension and stress in your shoulder blades, your neck, your back. Back is all about support. And when we feel like we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, it can manifest as back issues. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. You're being asked to let go, and because I see the leaves, the fall leaves of the orange, perhaps autumn or fall time, so September through December here in the northern hemisphere is fall time. There may have been a situation last fall that you are still hanging on to, or perhaps this has been ongoing for quite some time. And I'm getting the movie Legends of the Fall. If you've seen that movie, Brad Pitt, 1990s, I think. Great movie. For some of you, this has been ongoing. Cycles, legends of the fall, right? Fall after fall, and this may have to do with a storyline around family dynamics, love, loss, brotherhood. What are we letting go of here, Spirit? What are we needing to let go of? 8 of Wands. The mentality of hustle, hustle, hustle. Mental hustle, emotional hustle, physical, that we have to constantly be on the go, that we have to be achieving something in order to feel successful, or we have to constantly be putting effort towards our healing journey or towards our relationship. When you are tired, you're like, Mel, I've been on this healing journey, autumn or fall after fall, cycle after cycle. When am I going to see this turning point here? Well, there's the star. The star is with the 8 of Wands. I feel like there is going to be some hustle, as in messages or incoming news that show up that really shift the dynamic quite quickly for you. And then it may allow things to simplify. I'm getting peace, whatever that may mean for you. 4 of Pentacles. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So over the coming weeks and months, there could be some information that comes through that allows you to embrace a new beginning. because that's what we are letting go of. We're letting go of resistance. We're letting go of past energy that has kept us stuck or we've been unsure of. And I feel like that's why the Wheel of Fortune is coming in. Remember, hello from heaven is guiding you and saying something that's been ongoing, maybe season after season, perhaps a health issue, a relationship dynamic, a struggle with family members, a struggle at work. I feel like there will be some important communication that shifts your destiny in a new direction. A direction for the better with the star here, a dream come true. Believe in yourself. It says the end of a difficult situation. For some of you, this is an end of financial worries or health issues. The Pentacle realm is all about the earthly and physical. So financial, material, this may have to do around home, possessions, health, or the body. But the fact that you have the star here says that if you were resistant to change, because sometimes that Four of Pentacles, there is resistance. And sometimes we don't even know why. We're like, why is this not healing? Why is this old wound keep showing up over and over and over again? You're going to get some answers. You are going to receive some important information, Gemini, that allows you to end a difficult cycle and move towards a new beginning. The star here is Aquarian energy. We will be in Aquarian season through the majority of February until the 18th or so, which Aquarian energy is your fellow air sign. I'm an Aquarian moon, a Libra sun, so I get the air element here. It's expansiveness. It is taking that opportunity to heal and then use it for the greatest good of all, including yourself, because you are part of the greater good. And I feel like you could be having a bit of a comeback. One of my favorite sayings, the comeback is stronger than the setback. And I feel like there was a bit of a setback here for you, but you're making a comeback, and I feel like it's a big one. I'm going to get one more card with the star. Spirit, can we get a little bit of a hint into this comeback? Because I feel like this is sun energy. This is like Empress. Let's look here. Okay, you have double sevens, the Seven of Swords followed by the Seven of Wands. This is big. This is truth. And when we stand in truth, we stand in light. We feel more empowered. That is the sun. So there is a better course of action available to you. And I feel like you are getting honest with yourself. You see that there's a new path, and look what's coming out of this path, the sun. You are protected with Archangel Michael. Some of you are calling in the angelic realm here. And you've been going a path here, maybe solo, right? Here you go again on your own. Not this time. Not this time. You are opening up to connecting with someone here, whether this someone be in the physical, okay? Some of you are calling in a divine partner, a soulmate. Maybe this is romantic. Perhaps this is a friend. This could be a family member. This could be a spiritual guide. But there is someone here that you're saying, wait a second, I don't need to go that path all alone. I have the ability to get honest and move forward. And what you're doing is you're transmuting energy. You're moving from the Seven of Swords into the Seven of Wands. This is standing up for yourself, standing up for what you believe, having confidence, claiming your personal power. This is beautiful. And both of these cards, you see that, yeah, there's storm clouds in the back. You see the lightning coming out. You see the rainbow. But on both of these, excuse me, both of these cards, you see the sun in the background. This is illumination, enlightenment. So I absolutely feel like you are heading towards more warmth. You're heading towards more happiness. And you're really asking yourself, what makes me happy? Because if this does not make me happy, perhaps there's a part of my own truth that I have been resisting. And I feel like it comes to you like an aha moment. It may come through a dream, a revelation. It may come through a meditation. It could come through having a conversation with someone very important to you. And I feel like you are transmuting energy. And that's basically what the death energy is, right? Death and rebirth. As Einstein says, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It's just transmuted in a different way. That's what you're doing here. You're switching some sort of pain into gain, or you are taking an experience and instead of letting it hold you back or define you in a negative way, you're using that to become a better version of you. And lastly here, Gemini, soul reminder number 4, you have animal kingdom. I am getting squirrel energy. Now, I don't see the squirrel on here, excuse me, but I am getting the white squirrel, not to be mistaken by the albino. This is a white squirrel, and white can be the color of purity, the color of innocence. You may want to look up white squirrel and see what that means to you, or meditate on that. Now, of course, squirrely energy. Someone could be feeling squirrely, anticipating here, but white is also a fresh, clean slate. It's a new beginning. It says animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us all. They've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open your heart and soul. For some of you, this is horses. I see a beautiful Labrador retriever here. There's bunnies on the card, turtles or tortoises, cats, doves, snakes, butterflies, and fish. So pay attention to the animals in the great outdoors that may be crossing your path in the coming weeks or months, because they are messengers from spirit. They are messengers from your loved ones in heaven. And I am also getting, some of you could be getting a new animal. There could be a new member of the family coming in. And whenever I get the animal kingdom, I always have to pull from the spirit animal deck and see what your messages are from the spiritual animal realm. What do we have, please, for Gemini? All right, Gemini. Last but not least, your messages here around the animal kingdom. Oh, I love this. There's the fish. Does someone have a koi fish pond or a fish tank? I mean, fish represent prosperity. And when you have a fish tank in your home, it's a really great feng shui. For those of you that are into feng shui, having fish can promote more prosperity, but it says there is always enough. You have the koi fish here. This is legacy. It's long-term. It's retirement. It is good health. And I feel like this is the energy that you are embracing. This is the message here of the animal kingdom, that you are meant to be here for a while. You have some big things to do. Some of you have some hearts to fall in love again, right? This is a time for you to embrace all that you are meant to be. Don't hold back. Don't let anything hold you back, because if this is part of your contract and you know this deep in your soul, I feel like you are moving in that direction of, again, what warms you up. Basically, it's like the sunflower leaning in the direction towards the sun. There is always enough. And financially, I feel there's an opportunity to bring in more abundance here. Now, of course, abundance isn't just finances, but for some of you, Page of Pentacles, this is a financial opportunity. This could be a raise. This could be a new income source. I love the koi fish reminding you that there's always enough. Try not to get locked down in that poverty or poverty conscious mindset or scarcity mindset of not enough. Don't panic, right? Don't go gobble up all the toilet paper. We don't want to panic here. Be here now, hummingbird spirit. This is about being present, because when we focus so far in the past, that can bring in depression. When we focus too far into the future, that can bring in anxiety. Eckhart Tolle, I believe, is the power of now, right? He writes the book Power of Now, which really helps us stay present. And I feel like it's important that you stay present in the coming weeks and months. Try not to get sucked into that vortex of past or future, because this is where the opportunities exist, right here, right now. So embrace the message here of hummingbird spirit. Next, we have Stag. Take the lead. Yeah, this is the time to Embrace the intuitive wisdom that is coming your way, that is not even coming your way, it's already within you. It's about you listening. And the more that you listen to your intuition, Gemini, the more messages you will receive because you're listening, right? And you're focusing on that energy. And when you focus on it, it grows, it expands. And that Aquarian energy is about expansion. So take the lead. Take life into your own hands. Don't wait for a tower to come in and, cause disruption. You don't have to have a difficult cycle that keeps replaying out. There can be ease. And maybe that was why I was getting the message earlier of peace, simplicity. And your final message here, card 31, which is interesting because February is one of those months that we never get to 31 days, right? But 31 is typically the end of a month. It's the highest you can go. But Groundhog's Day is also in February, and you have time to let go. That's showing up twice here. So what is it that you're hanging on to? The solution is here. This is about objective compromise, self-control, forgiveness, and embracing the healing energy that the star is illuminating. This is a brighter future ahead for you. And I feel like you are finally releasing something because you've been resistant unknowingly for some of you, subconsciously. You may not even been sure. And there is important information that is coming up letting you know that you have everything you need to move successfully into a new beginning. That's what the wheel is reminding you of. That is the 10 energy of new beginnings, a change in direction that offers happiness, and an end to the delay. I'm also getting like an end to the suffering. As I like to say, pain is inevitable. We're all going to endure pain at some point, but suffering is a choice. We don't have to suffer. We can take that pain. We can turn it into wisdom. We can evolve from it. Doesn't mean that it all goes away and everything's great. No, but it means that we can accept. And it's through that acceptance when we're truly able to release and let go. That is what I have for you, Gemini. If this resonates, please hit the thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.